Hey, okay, so we are back for more Nikki, and I think this is version 2.4. I think that's the number. Um, okay, I did log out in the area that I think is removed from the game. Okay, so, uh, something in the Sea of Stars. Oh no, from the Sea of Stars, how strange. Come on, let's go back to the Sea of Stars and investigate. Momo grows stronger. Please don't get legs. Arnold Doto's almost done, let's go check it out for the next building. Oh, interesting. Towards greater
Once
glory.
upon a time, there was a forest, shrouded in mist and full of tombstones. That's right, I'm talking about the Misty Forest. Rumor has it that some strange thorns have started growing there recently. Want to check it out, Nikki?
I think those thorns are already there. So, let's travel to the Sea of Stars and see if my game version matches. Because I opened my game, like, an hour ago, and I've been sitting on the loading screen. So, maybe it didn't update. Please, 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 please work. Please work. Okay, good, because I don't have time to edit, because I have to hurry. I'll talk about the stuff I know once we're in here. I just wanted to make sure we can teleport. And then we'll go through all our normal stuff.
It looks like the Starbell is twisted. Maybe try shaking it?
Wait for Mihututu to think. I'm going to go stand right over here. Let's open the map, and then we'll start talking about all the stuff up here. Just to see if there's something new on the map. That's all the same... Yes. And... Oh! Momo goes stronger. Momo heard a mysterious voice drifting down the Sea of Stars, calling to him relentlessly. Would it be a surprise or a scare? There's only one way to find out. I swear, if it's tall legs Momo, I'm gonna scream. So, I think I know a little more than I want to about this event because it was very obvious on the loading screen what was going on. And I now have, I think, two pieces of information. It has to do with the Titan Graveyard, although Momo kind of said that a second ago with the Misty Forest, because the login screen for the game, we're standing at the giant tombstone. Even if I catch that with the corner of my eye, it's such an obvious location in the game that I would have clocked it right away anyway. But the other piece is it's a red dress that I assume is the 5-star. I've only seen one dress, but I assumed the thing I saw was the 5-star because it was on the loading screen of the game again. And she has a gun, which I was not exactly expecting. I was a little surprised to see a gun. It was yesterday when I opened the launcher. In the corner, I saw a red girl with a gun. And I think she was pointing it at the screen in the most aggressive way possible. And that was the girl, I think, unless there's like two red dresses, who was in the center of the screen when I logged into the game today. So, also, the music was very scary. So it's a horror-themed thing about the Titan Graveyard that is also related to guns somehow. I assume the gun is going to be an archery outfit, because I think that makes the most sense. Because this is the closest thing to a bullet in the game. So I assume it's just this, but you're shooting a gun instead of pointing. Now... we already kind of had a couple quests having to do with the dead Titans, and I don't think it's going to be main story, because I talked about at the end of last episode the fact that I think main story is going to be 2.5, because that lines up with, like, the half anniversary. So I think this is an event. I'm going to assume that this is not more main story. Anything else I want to predict here? Or anything else I saw? I feel like there was something. I can't remember, though. There's something else I wanted to say. I don't know, maybe I'll think of it. But let's go through and look at all our stuff here. And we're gonna do the same. We're gonna do the order of outfits on the banner, then the shop, then the event page again. It is a little weird not knowing the theme until last, but there's also a little bit of fun to that. So, archery outfit, and then something else that's like scary, I guess. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention. Because normally when I'm loading into the game, that main screen, I try to look away, and then when the download's done, I click to go in. Because I had it open for so long, I saw in the bottom corner there was a little head that poked up that was watching us while we were at the graveyard. And in my head, I went Feyre Sprite. But I don't know if they were actually Feyre Sprite shaped or not. They might have been one of the mini mushrooms because they live there. And the other idea I had, I don't think they looked like a PC. But I was thinking, is there a reason PCs wouldn't exist just around the world? Because theoretically, Whim could be infused into clothing anywhere. So maybe there's like a Titan PC. That would be crazy. That would be amazing. Okay, let's look at the outfits. And I said it last time too, but 1 5-star is my prediction. You're the one you're like, oh my goodness. Can I pretend I was correct? Oh, it's a battle companion. Oh no, I love it. Oh my goodness, I'm so scared I'm gonna lose all my money. I'm gonna have to pull on this, aren't I? I have to hope I'm not. What in the world am I looking at up here? Okay, I need to, like, stop. There's so much for me to take in here. So, Call of the Forest. This looks like a not really a behemoth, more of a wolf. I want to say, my prediction at the end of last episode, it's so stupid that I can kind of take a little bit of credit for this. My prediction was that it would be the event would be a Coliseum battle where we'd all fight each other, and that seems like it's not going to be true because we're in the forest. But I predicted the 5-star would be a bear skin design, like you're a Native American wearing pieces of the animal. I think this might... You gotta kind of give it to me. It's a stretch, but I mean... It's kind of like she's wearing the pelt of an animal, just in a cuter way that it won't make me sad every time I look at it, which is what would happen if it was actually like a skinned animal. This is pretty cool. And now immediately, a lot of the reason I'm loving it is the pose. I love how aggressive the pose is. Very interesting gun design. I'm noticing it's got very little curve to the stock, which is a little weird. I don't know much about old rifles. I know almost nothing about guns in general. I know the least about old rifles, because you just don't use them in, like, shooters. Like, I used to play CSGO, so I know, like, a little bit more of the modern military guns, but stuff like this, I'm not a... And I also play Blue Archive, so I know stuff from Blue Archive. But I don't know. It's interesting. It doesn't even look like a gun's design, almost. I can't even see the trigger. It's probably... Is it, I don't remember the term for it. The one where, like, you pull up like this and then back to, like, rack the bullet? I don't think that's how you fire. I don't know. We're gonna have to examine this gun, because I think guns are really interesting. The fact that it's a battle companion is crazy. Oh, no, my money. It's gone. I looked at the bottom of the screen. Daughter of the Lake is back. I think it was Encore Season, they gave everyone a survey, and they said, if you wanted to see a rerun of any outfit in the game, what would it be? I wrote Daughter of the Lake. I really love this outfit. It's maybe the best looking 4-star in the entire game. I've regretted, like, every day that I didn't pull on it. There are more veils in the game now. That was originally what I wanted this for, was the veils. I almost 100% have to pull on this. It's almost guaranteed. That's a problem, because I think there's a good chance. It's probably 25% chance I pull on this right now from my first impression. And there's like an 80% chance I pull on this. I do really like this dress. This summons a tea table, doesn't it? It does, yes. I like this dress a lot. It doesn't really have to do with the bullquet. It's kind of like a silly thing, the bullquet's here. It's just, I think... Was the bullquet not in 1.0? I think it was. So it doesn't even kind of make sense, because this dress was later in the game. But... let's just look at the Deep Echoes of these, because I don't remember what Deep Echoes they come with. These are old Deep Echoes. I don't think these reset when reruns happen. Oh, it's these pants. These pants are crazy. The sides are so high. They're some of the highest in the game in terms of upper thigh showing, which is kind of cute for that reason. You can use that to make some fun, punky outfits. This is a very silly necklace. There's a couple in the game like this that are just big bead circles. This one has a little clasp in the back rather than just being more beads. And it's hard to tell exactly what the design is of this, but it's kind of fun. These earrings, they're supposed to be sun-dried photos or something. I don't really understand the design of it. It kind of just doesn't make sense to me. It's like brown on the inside and then these. Now, I don't know what the artistic intent is, but I think they're just nice. Small earrings like this can go with so many outfits, so they're just useful. But I won't be pulling on this, even though I do like this dress. I think it's very fun. It's just... and the hair is really nice, too. It's just not what I need right now. And this... oh, yeah, it's the very, very fun, like, watery bag. We have the seashell necklace very low down, so I don't normally prefer that, but I do have a pretty big selection of necklaces now, the majority of which are higher up. So realistically, I should stop complaining about the low down necklaces, because it's probably better to get a few. And then just a watch. Seems pretty nice. It might be seashells for the whole wrap of it? Maybe? It's called Rippling Time, so I think those are supposed to be seashells. I can't say that. It's such a bad tongue twister for me. That's a problem. Okay. Why are you wearing a footrest as your body? This texture makes me think of like the wrapped footrests you'd have that accompany chairs for a lounge room in your house. I don't know what this is called, but I think I have like multiple things in my house with this exact texture that are meant for laying your feet on. That's a very weird idea. I don't have a good view of your outfit's bottom to know if these feathery things are from you or from the Is Wildfire. I think because this is mainly red, this black feathery stuff is going to be you, but it pokes so far out to the side here. You have... we're gonna look at this first, because I'm way more excited about this. I'm gonna save it for last. How many pulls am I at on standard? 3. Okay. I used them all, like, a few episodes ago, so we don't have to worry about me having 200 again. Your hat is also really high off your head. That's interesting. What in the world is my whimsicality prediction for this? Heart of the Deep Forest. Forest and this type of outfit doesn't really say anything to me. Maybe... I'm guessing the impression I'm kind of getting, if I'm going with the idea of why would a girl dressed like this have anything to do with the forest, the thing in my head is that she is a rich girl who is... I have to, like, turn my mic down. It's so loud. It's, like, blown out for the first 10 minutes of this episode. It always is blown out. It's a rich girl who is going into the forest, which she hates, and she's got, like, a butler throwing down his coat in every mud puddle they walk past. She's here to buy all the land in Land. She's here to buy the Misty Forest. This is a rich girl who came here to buy the Misty Forest. What does that mean the whimsicality is going to be? That's a good question. I think the whimsicality for this will be... Heart of the Deep Forest. Maybe it'll be, like... architectural. I know that kind of goes against what I just said. Maybe she'll, like, plan in 3D space the layout of something. And it'll be kind of like a... I don't know what movie or TV show it's from, but whenever people talk about, like, entering their mind palace, there's a very specific gif they use to make fun of it. Where, like, it's a guy who waves his hands and then, like, magic hovering holographic rooms and stuff appear. That's kind of what I'm expecting of this. I think there's maybe like a 3% chance I'm right about my guess on this outfit. Let's take a look. She's really low to the ground but flying. Strings here. What? Is she a spirit that's chained to the ground trying to escape? Okay. After using Untamed Freedom Whimsicality, Nikki will admire the gem... I don't see it. Gem in her hand. The gorgeous jewelry will then shatter into dust, bursting thousands of elegant silk threads around her body to break free from the constraints of vanity. What a crazy, crazy thing here. So it's like a rich girl who's discovering the fragility of her station? And it's the threads she's breaking free of. So she's being constrained by maybe like her family situation, and she's escaping to go live in nature with the mushrooms. I don't think there's any chance in the world I could have guessed that. Okay, wait, let's check details first. Is there any pieces of this that I think are cut in interesting ways? It's a shirt and pants. Okay, super important. That's why I check this menu before I look at the details, the preview, because I never would have known that unless there's a gap. And even then, you can't always guess. Everything else looks pretty normally cut. Okay, I'm gonna click preview, and then I'm gonna really quick try to get over to the 4-star, so I probably will see the start of her animation, and it's gonna influence this. She's probably gonna, like, walk up with a wolf. This does, I'll say now in case that is correct, the reason I think it's a wolf pet with the battle companion stuff isn't this. It's actually World of Warcraft hunters. I associate them with being a gun and having a wolf, and then this is just the confirmation of it to me. So, click away, click away. Okay, I think she was just walking up alone. I was staring a hole into the screen right here. The bottom of this dress is insanity. Honestly, everything about this dress is insanity. What a ridiculous dress. I don't particularly find a lot of things in this appealing, but I'm interested in them. And maybe individually I find some of these appealing. So, first things first, I want to talk about the bottom of this, because it might be the craziest piece I've ever seen in the entire game. What am I looking at with this skirt? It is like a couch, and then you have feathers on the bottom. I did forget to read these last patch, I think, which is very silly. Although, to be fair, I don't think I read them for the first 10 patches of the game, so it's not like a thing I was used to doing. So we'll try to remember to read those today. It's so weird. I do like this. It adds a bit of, like, realism to me, that it is down, up, but then there's, like, a little tuck down here. Like, it's not properly tied up for this one little section, so it goes down. This looks ridiculous. I think it is ridiculous. You could kind of see the feet through here, which is silly. Massive feathers with crazy physics. Really, really high physics. Super shiny, too. Like, comically shiny. Why are you a couch cushion thing? And the body line is almost identical to, like, Arya. So, interesting. It's sleek, tight stomach, big, wide puffies that immediately go into a thin bottom part, and then floof out at the very end by the feet. So that's kind of weird in, like, a fun way. I like the chest here being open, but instead of just leaving it plain, they have a little mesh across it. That's not super common. There's probably a couple dresses like that already, but I think it's more common that they would just leave it open. So having a little bit of texturing there actually makes this top stand apart. And I'm going to judge all the pieces of this set individually. Almost all of them. Because I'm not a big fan of what this looks like all put together, but I am a fan of some of the individual stuff. I think this is funny, but I'm not super into the legs, mainly because I don't really understand them. But the top, I think, is actually really good. I think this is a really, really nice shirt. I personally don't like the super puffy shoulders, but they're very common for some reason, so I know it's like a normal design choice. We also have the matching here, where the skin's open. It's more of that, which means all of this is attached to the shirt. So probably even this thing here, I would assume, is attached. I know I did look at the menu before. I remember there being gloves, I think. So it might just be the black of the gloves on their own. But I do really like this. And there is a separated necklace. This isn't part of the shirt. These are separate things you have to wear. Looks like big... is it like a sun? It's like a circle and then some like blue poking out or something like that for the earrings. Now, I typically don't like straight hair. This is close to the longest hair in the game. There is hair that touches the ground, but this is probably like level 2. So there's a couple hairs that reach the ground, there's a couple hairs that go past the butt, and there's a ton of hairs that are like at butt or just above level. So this is one of the longest hairs in the game, I believe. It's probably like around number 10 or something. And to have that long of a hair be fully straight, I would be surprised if there's any other in the game. It's possible there is, and I'm just not thinking of them, but I would be very surprised. This hair also fans really heavy, and I do really, really like the opposite diagonal cuts for the face. Your bangs go up to her left, and the other hair is like kind of straight with like a mild tilt down left. I really like this hair. It's very nice. It's a really cute box on the face. It makes me think of Nadeko from Monogatari with her cut bangs in particular from Season 2. I really like this look. Even if I don't like the back of the hair that much personally, I think this is a really, really good piece of hair. So, the hat is also not the type I'm normally interested in. It's... Again, it's like an interesting one, but I think it's interesting in a good way, and this I think is interesting in a bad way. It's got almost, for some reason, I associate Robin Hood with long, thin hats, and I don't know why that is. I think maybe like one of the animated Robin Hoods, he wears that type of hat. I don't know if that's common to all of them, but maybe like I associate this with archery or something. And because it's long, I'm not sure. But this is a cool hat design, actually. I like how thin it is. I think that's really fun. It is technically... I think I'd put it into, like, the small side hat category, even though obviously it's big. I think that's the category it fits in. Because the intent of the hat is that you're wearing it off to the side as an accent piece, not as a real, quote-unquote, hat. The stuff around, like the see-through part, that I'm less interested in. I'd probably prefer it to not be on there, but at least the default is similar in color to it. It's got almost like a fedora top where it dips down like this, which is weird. But I don't think that's like a bad thing or anything. It's just something I've noticed. Big feathery stuff here too. I'm really interested to read this. We will read that before we go to the others, just because I want to have an idea of what the design of this is. A couple more feathers back here. Can I see meaningfully the shoes here? They look like just very standard gold shoes, so no super big issue with them or anything. It looks like maybe white tights underneath, and that might be it. So I am a very, very big fan of the hair, the shirt, and the hat. My favorite is the shirt. The other two I think are really good pieces, but they're not pieces I personally am super interested in. So if I had them, I'd be happy. But it's not something I'm excited for. The shirt I'm excited for. Everything else I think is... There's like some okay stuff, like earrings, necklace, stuff like that's okay. Shoes are probably okay. And this, if I had it, I don't know if I'd ever use it for anything ever, even as a joke outfit, because I kinda still just don't understand it. Let's try to understand it. When the moonlight stoops down to drape the night mist over the forest breast... Freudian slip or something. I don't know. Her chest isn't even really exposed in this, so that doesn't even make sense. Even the most playful children crawl into their beds, waiting for the final fairy tale before saying goodnight. The silent guardian in the story, merciful and mighty, brings peace to the forest and dreams to all. A dream bringer. and fairy tale theming. It didn't mention anything about birds other than stoops down, maybe. Because you could take that to mean bird dive bombing? Untamed freedom. A gemstone? There's not even really gemstones on a design other than, like, these? They're not that big, either. And it breaks and then turns into dust, and she, like, floats away, breaking the strings that tie her down to being rich. Oh, woe is me. I have so much money. I'm not gonna feel very, sympathetic towards that. Although, obviously, that's, like, mostly a joke. I would hope at least a little bit of a better understanding for that type of mindset where I can understand it, but it takes a lot to write a story that makes me care. I would just have to invent it in my head. What are the colors going to be for this? I guess I'll base my colors off of this. I think there'll be a beige and a pure white. So if there's a beige and a pure white of this, what do I think the shirt would be to match it? Assuming this matches. The beige one will have a brown shirt. And the white one will have a black shirt. And the white will be the glow up. Oh, they actually do match, like, pretty closely. I thought they would keep big differences between them. But these actually... The color isn't an exact match, obviously. This is like a brown, and this is a red, but they're way closer, and I think they look nicer. The dress flows a lot nicer here. It's still just like... Maybe it's just because I have the furniture association. I think nothing could ever make this not look like furniture. I don't know if this particular design is something that's only in some countries. Like, maybe this isn't a common thing in China, but it's in, like, every house I've ever visited in my entire life in the United States. So maybe it's a cultural thing that I have, like, an unshakable connection to this. That's interesting. The hair I love in this color. This color's okay. I just like super dark for straight hair. I tend to lean towards dark hair no matter what, but especially for straight hair. Ooh. I like how this is a little more obvious when you have the darker color. Makes it a little further from the skin tone for me. Oh, and I can actually pay a little more attention to this being full see-through, and this continues up in there. I don't think it continues onto my back. Like, I'm trying to look at, like, this. Because I think this is see-through still. And I don't think this pattern continues. Actually, I don't think it's here. It might be. It's so hard to see. Because it can't zoom. I feel like it's just up to this line and then restarts here, though. I don't think here and on the back it actually has the pattern. I think it's just a little thing. There is a little bit of an open back here, too. I didn't see that before. Shoes are just dark, pretty plain still. I prefer this top and this hair. The hat is the same to me. The hat, accessories like this, same with all of the like necklaces, all that. Jumping between different colors, I almost never feel meaningfully different, so I tend not to talk about them. That's the reason. It's just... They do change, but it's the change that I feel like I could replicate easily with dye, so it's not something I'm worried about. Stuff like this dress change, I feel like would be impossible to replicate with dye because of the color selections. I really like this, though. That's really good. This is good, too. I do like this, but I think this is better. And let's see if my other guess was right. Oh, okay, my guesses were super wrong, but that's to be expected. This, again... It does work way, way, way better when the colors match up, I think. I think they put a bad foot forward, in my opinion, with such an extreme gap that it looks like it's 5 pieces of sets that don't belong together to me. This one, it looks like they were trying to get it to work, and this one, I think it just does work. Now, I still think the texture is a problem. The reason I have less issue with this dress is actually because I can barely see the texture. Because it's such a comically bright color for everything, it's like blown out. So, maybe at night? Kinda. That actually did help. I actually can see the texture, and now it looks more like a chair. I also don't, black and brown are chair colors. Whatever this is, like an ice color, typically not associated with it for my brain. So, this set, I think, works amazingly well at making these pants work. They did it. It's not perfect. It's still weird to me. This bottom part still makes no sense at all, and I think it's a little too fluttery. It moves a little too much for me. Even if I compare it to, like, my wings and the body pieces of Crimson Feathers, this has so much physics. It's so light and so bouncy. Yeah, light doesn't even make sense for it. It's not that it's light, because it falls to the ground very quickly. It's... Is the term, like, elastic? It's got really, weird to my brain physics. It, like, snap follows, but is heavy. I don't know. The hair also, important to point out, it's, dyed not just in a gradient, but in, like, a variable length gradient, which is not normal. Normally, it's a little more symmetric in how they do it. Not fully. There's sometimes, like, a little bit of bumpiness. This one's huge change. I really like this hair. And I already did like this hair. I talked about liking it so much. The one minor problem I have is you can't see the lines as much. Even if the color doesn't match as well, I'd maybe even like black rather than like a purple or white, just so you could really obviously see it. And even though you can't see much of the foot, I'd probably throw on some fishnets or something, and then to have shoes that have a lot of the top of the foot open, so if you do peek the foot, you could see that there's fishnets there, to kind of keep the theme going from all the open spots having it. Color-wise, overall, I do prefer this top. But the fact that the bottoms work with it is nice. If I have this top, though, I'm probably not using this, which is a shame. Because I think this is a hard piece to use, so having a set it works with would be good for it. The thing is, though, that I just prefer to use a different bottom for this. It also is a set that works really well in the princely feel, so you could dye it yellow and kind of make a prince outfit. Kind of like we got a 4-star before that has the cape, that's the prince outfit. I think it had a sword or something as well. But I think this would work well for that. I don't know. This set's really good. I do like it a lot, actually. When I first saw it, I thought I was going to hate it. I thought I would hate everything about it. But it's probably average or slightly above average for me. Mainly with the double upgrade. It hits a lot of good points with the inclusion of the hair dyeing and this being useful. I really like this. Okay, let me read the other two descriptions. I'm going to read them top to bottom order, but I normally check colors bottom first, so I didn't read this description when I got to it. So, raising high the venom brewed by treachery, she tilted her head and drank it deep. Walking through the fires of hatred, she broke free from her chains, transforming into a giant bird, there's that, that eclipsed the moon. The dreams in the thieves' minds, once as tame as downy feathers, are to be torn into shreds by an iron shriek, fertilizer that nourishes the forest. Okay, a couple things. Downy feathers just means feathers that were naturally lost by a bird from shedding, right? I think that's what it means, like non-plucked feathers. Although, I'm saying that with not much confidence. I think that's what that means. So we have a connection to the birds now that when she breaks free of her shackle, she transforms into the bird. There was some interesting stuff here with the thief thing. That leads me to believe that maybe this is a grave robber story. And the idea of us being this hunter is that we're kind of guarding the Titan graves from grave robbers. And maybe that's the story. And then the little person that I called potential favor sprite in the bottom corner of the launch of the game, maybe they are the people robbing the grave, but it's probably a misunderstanding. Just because the game's pretty lighthearted, I don't think they're gonna fully delve into, like, real hardcore stuff with it. And let's read our final thing. Shadows coveting the gemstone lured her into drinking a draught of venom and deceit. They cursed her to hide her sharp edges, to turn herself into a tame bird. These soft, useless feathers and crimson shackles bind her to the earth. The gemstone will lose its loyal sentry. So, maybe it is grave robbing of some variety, and the gemstone that shatters is what's taken from the Titans. It's like a Titan artifact, and then we're going to find it over the course of the thing, and then the reason we'll transform into this outfit during the event is once we retrieve the gemstone, it'll like wither away, and it'll be like the freeing thing that breaks our shackle of being like stuck to it, or some girl whose past we learn who was trapped by this. Very good dress. Now we're onto some crazy stuff, though. I really want to click store because I'm so bad at doing the math for this. The reason is I actually don't remember how many diamonds turn into one of these. I think it's 160. Every game is different, so I overlap all of them in my head. It might be 200. It's probably 40 to 60 pulls. I'm probably around... I also haven't, like, collected my mail and stuff like that. I'm probably around 350. After I, like, get all of my update stuff and all that. And I'm probably going to spend some diamonds on items in the shop. Probably. Unless it's another update where they just have a bunch of reruns in the shop, which is fine. It lets me save up. So maybe in the end, I'm actually like 340 pulls or something like that. Pulling on this is going to probably be around 30. I tend to be pretty lucky with these and get it around 30. So I might have like 310 to pull on this. How many pieces is it? 10. I hit insane luck when I pulled the deer. I hit a 162 10 piece. And it's the best I've ever done with a 5-star. And then I ruined everything by just pulling another 18 times for no reason, which is what I do every time. So if I'm pulling on a 5-star, it's almost 100% guaranteed I'm gonna just spend 180. Because I'm probably gonna get it within like the 175 to 185 range, probably. And then I'll probably just go up to 180 no matter what anyway. Something... I was gonna say, let's look at Deep Echoes before I click the Battle Companion. This probably is so obvious when you click it. It's gonna be like a wolf hut or something. They're called dens, aren't they? A wolf den. Let's just click Battle Companion. What do I think it's gonna do? What are my predictions? It's gonna be a wolf. I think we're going to shoot the gun up into the air to summon it. And I think we're going to do a coordinated attack with the special ability. I think you'll take the gun and you'll aim it. Maybe with a similar system to the charge attacks of archery, where you'll kind of move your mouse around to aim at stuff. And when you hit, it'll put a marker on an enemy. And then the wolf, if it's within like a certain range, will do a coordinated attack on marked enemies that does like a bunch of damage. Will it be more than one wolf? I'm gonna say one, and it'll be like a dire wolf. It'll be pretty big. How many abilities does the normal pets have? When you get on top of Ice Boldy, you can do like swings, you can do a ground slam, you can shoot a laser beam, and that's a free battle companion. If that's what you're competing with, it's going to be rough. The problem with Ice Boldy is he has super long cooldowns. So you could make a better 5-star battle companion by having low cooldowns. I'm going to think they aren't really going in that direction. And it's not good because it's spammable. It's probably good because it's a little more active. So I'm going to say that it's a very fast attacking wolf. It has a coordinated combo attack. And I'm going to try to guess one more ability it has. It has a detect enemy. It can do a howl, and it marks on your map nearby S-Lings. That's going to be another thing I think it'll do. Okay, let's click it. Oh my god, it's a baby behemoth. I said I can't get out of this menu, I think. I said that looked like a behemoth, and then I corrected myself and said, no, that's obviously a wolf. I was not expecting this. Realistically, there is a reason I should expect it to be a reused asset. And I'm not saying that it's because, like, the devs are lazy to make a new asset or something. I think it's kind of just how they do it. Is they will try to use something that's in the game already if they can. Because the 2.3 outfit, I believe, I tried testing the heights and stuff, it's really close. I think it maybe just is the horse model as its body and its movement. But it's a little hard to tell if it is a full separate model or not. This probably is just the baby model, and then kind of like you do with the unicorn, you just add some custom animations to the model to give it like its swipes and stuff. Because I think the babies normally just... do they headbutt? It's been a long time since I've run into them because I pet them all, so they're not mad at me anymore. And I think you can only pet behemoths once to make them happy, and then they're never mad again. I don't think they swipe. So, in Eatsaland, which makes sense, I probably should have said this, I didn't expect this to work outside of Eatsaland because the other battle companion ability does not either. The other battle companion only works in Eatsaland. It also, I assume, it doesn't say it here, I think it'll probably work in dungeons because the other one works in dungeons. And the other one does specify, I think, that it works in dungeons, and this one doesn't. But I think that's just an oversight, and it's not a big deal. I would, I guess he is big. Ice Boldy works in dungeons, so I think he will too. Now, let me blow my nose real quick. My allergies are really bad right now, so... sip my drink, see if that helps. I'm having a lot of trouble talking. Hunting Elegy. Battle Companion summons the Moon Hunting Wolf to fight alongside Nikki. I called you a behemoth, I'm sorry. You're just a behemoth-shaped wolf. I will keep that in mind. Your eyes are crazy. They're just like pure sunlight. Only 4 things here makes me believe he doesn't have that many abilities, because that's almost nothing. Also, the hood is down. That's crazy. I wonder if you can't put it up, or if it has a toggle. It might have a toggle. Oh, that wasn't aimed. That was just like click. Like old... what? Oh my... there's the coordinated attack. Hold on. I'm gonna read it and then pay attention to this, because a lot is happening. After summoning the Moon Hunting Wolf, press right-click while not in co-hunt state to mark an enemy with Nikki's gun. The wolf follows with a pursuit attack, dealing increased... oh my goodness, my throat. I'm making another sip of my drink. There's so much phlegm. While not in co-hunt state, to mark an enemy with Nikki's gun. The wolf follows with a pursuit attack, dealing increased damage to the marked target. Press T to launch Nikki into the air, then follow her aim and slam down onto the target enemy. So let me pay attention. So she's targeting this guy before she presses it, and it doesn't look like with the camera looking to the right, it changes target at all. So I think you're locked when you press T from the start. Now let's pay attention from the start. Okay. Was that a different... Hang on. While not in co-hunt state. I'm trying to pay attention to what this is. So, she put a mark above its head and is going to attack that one. There's no mark on that. Okay, it's marked. It teleports to it. If you do the flip up jump attack, it's just a combo strike. And then after landing, I would assume the wolf immediately gets up and runs after this one, not the one that launched away. That's what I think it would work interaction-wise. Now, obviously, the nudge up is so cute. I would be... I'd be really interested to see the mobility aspect of this outfit, because it has a really, really long animation when she fires the first shot this year. It takes so long for her to put the gun away. I assume you can walk cancel that, and you don't have to do anything special. It is a little worrying that maybe it's considered, because you're using it to mark, it's considered an ability, and it's not cancelable. I would hope not. This, I don't think you can do anything. And when she's in the air, she actually moves left. Let's watch. She slides left during that, and then the behemoth comes up behind her. I don't think that is an input. I think that's part of the animation. So I think you're always moving left during this. So, I don't care about damage it's showing. They have shields, and shields do weird things, and I don't trust it anyway. It's interesting. Press G to send the wolf back. That's the same as the other battle companions. And can only be used in Eastland. In addition, the moon hunting wolf cannot be summoned in some stages, curio domains, Mothershroom Woods, and other restricted areas. Okay, I think this is the dialogue from the other one, so it is the same dialogue, which means this was never explained. So I think using the jump up ability. No. Right-clicking marks an enemy. When an enemy is marked, you're called, quote-unquote, co-hunt. And I think it's just a prioritization. I think that's all it is. Pressing T launches up and does a slam, but it doesn't change the mark, so you're still prioritizing a certain enemy. This is a burst attack, and that's it. It's just a big damage, big knockback ability. This also, the initial, what I assume is a normal attack. We saw in this thing here that you do little scratchies and twirls. I don't know if the burrow is an ability that's activated when you're outside of a range, or if it's part of this normal attack set, or if it's an ability that is a normal attack, but it's only activated against co-hunt targets. Any of those are possible options. But it is AoE. And I assume this is also AoE, the slam down, but the other guy was just too far away to activate it. So, I want to press this first. I assume it's just letting us see the wolf. Now, let me blow my nose again. My nose is actually burning. Like I ate, like I put hot sauce in it. It hurts so much. I can barely talk. Let's click this. Okay. Resonance gift from the mist. A dim shadow in the deep forest, parts of the rustling grass. Are you the thing that was poking up in the corner of the screen, maybe? Carrying the moonlight as it moves forward, its trembling nose gathers the messages brought by the wind. The sky flows through the fissures in the canopy, and the boundless world is reflected in its eyes. People are always trying to define boundaries with fences and wire, with words and gazes. But here, life refuses to be trimmed. It grows wild and unrestrained. If thorns are the path one must take, then wounds are not a price to be paid, but verses inscribed by freedom itself. Hunting Moonfrost, and that's just the way you unlock our little buddy, because it's him in a jar, and that's the same for the other battle companions. Claim after completing outfit, she is Wildfire. So yeah, it's just, I don't know why. I guess I do understand. Like I said, it's just how the other battle companion works. It's probably coded in a way that you have to have an item, not just the ability activation. So this is just a requirement. It would be a nightmare devastation for someone to like pull this outfit final day and not check. They just like get the outfit in the last day of the banner and they log out and they're like, phew, thank goodness I remembered to pull, and then they don't have it. So I would hope that they have some way to track whether or not your account has it, and they could send it to you in the mail or something, because that is a nightmare situation. Let's look at Deep Echoes. Ooh, that's... I didn't read what just popped up on the screen. It is like the bed in the Raising Behemoth thing, where you get your little buddies to sleep. You could just go sleep with them on the bed, and you have stuffed animals with them. I don't think you'll actually be able to lay down with your wolf buddy. I would hope so, but I don't think it will. What is this? What? Oh, this upgrades Radiance. I can't quite tell. Does this button do something? What? I never clicked that. I think that actually is a thing in every single Deep Echoes for 5 stars. I've never clicked it once in my life. That's so weird of me. I knew the picture changed too. When you get past this, it changes to this one. I've never made that connection ever. Okay. Red bed, blue stuff here, and then something crazy. It turns into Magic Fly Land. We have, I assume this is Momo, dressed like a little, Vex from League. Nikki with her face covered. Maybe it's actually not Momo, because there's another, like, doll here. It's just the dolls from the bed, but they're dressed a little differently. Flying up in the air with them. That's interesting. Okay. And it's Cowboy Momo? Are you kidding? That's pretty fun. This is interesting. There's no way I'd ever get this because I'm not going to do 230 pulls, which is sad. I do think this is like a little homelier. I'd really want this to actually just place on my house, but I'm pretty sure placeable furniture like that is only usable in the menu by your health bar. I don't think you can actually put it in your house. I'm pretty sure, at least. I think it's time. Let's go ahead and look at it. Now that I know it's a massive behemoth, it's not going to appear in this. I think that's the pose I saw on the, like, launcher. She also shot out, like, fireworks, it looked like. It was, rose petals, actually, I guess. Ooh. I like it. It's like... Did I say when we got into it that it was Red Riding Hood? If I didn't, it came to mind when I first opened the banner page here. I thought Red Riding Hood. Like, a million emotions hit me, so I might not have said it. I'm okay with watching this again. Interesting, this thing at the top I thought was goggles, but as I'm seeing it now in more detail, it's like... They might still be goggles. It would just be like different styles? There's belts everywhere, by the way. There's like 30 on her back. There's a bunch all across here and they hang down. It's a pretty stiff dress, even though it's really wide. Like, this here looks, really heavy and doesn't move super flowy. It's very tight up here. Interesting that it's got such a heavily layered section here, and it barely drops at all. It's only like a foot of these really multi-layered fabrics. Pretty far down on the back here for this little cape thing. And we have, obviously, the massive, massive cape. Now, something that's a little alarming is this symbol. When we looked at the tutorial out here, her hood was down. And it's still the red cape. And it's down the whole time. It's still down. It's still down. I like the hood up more than I like the hood down. I would be devastated if I pulled on this hood and when I actually put it on, it was behind her. And I think it has to be that the hood is adjustable up and down. So this makes me think that it's only adjustable at the highest level. We can check this, though. We found out before, it's in details. It is the hood! It's the hood in the dress! That's scary. That's so scary. I think, because the default is up, I think I'm safe if I pull one copy of this to assume that I am properly, keeping the hood up. Like I said, it would be devastating. I would feel robbed if I pulled this and the hood was down. That's actually like I'm so scared. If I do pull this, it will be next episode. Because we're an hour in and I haven't looked at like half the things. When this episode ends, I think I'm unironically going to type Is Wildfire into YouTube and try to find, because I know girls make a lot of the videos that are like full examining the dress video. I'm gonna find one. I'm gonna just, I'm gonna click it and I'm not gonna watch any of it. I'm gonna just skip to whatever part of the video she's wearing it in the open world. Preferably the red one, so I know it's one copy, hopefully. And see if the hood's up. And then I'll let you know my findings next episode, when I decide to pull it or not. If the hood is down on the first one, and this is just like a weird coincidence thing, I will not pull for it. I think almost 100%. Now, if we get down here, and we hit the toggle, and it makes the cape really tiny or something, I'm going to just assume that it has nothing to do with the hood, and the hood is something to do with whether the companion's out or not, or you're in battle or something. So I won't worry about it. But if this lowers and raises the hood, I'll be worried. Okay, let's actually talk about the dress. We'll have to talk about it a little bit. This is giving me bar, tavern, maiden energy, this central part. Color-wise, I know it's supposed to be matched with down here. I'd probably prefer a more aggressive color. It looks like it's pretty open, but it maybe has a strap that connects to this arm piece, so maybe the arm is part of it. We can check what this top looks like in here again. It is connected, okay. But it's not a strap, it's actually a full thing. It's just really hard to see at that angle I'm at. So it's actually another open chest. It's like the same chest as... That's a weird glitch. There we go. It's the same opening with both dresses. That's very silly. That's very fun. You get different designs with the same kind of idea in them. Is there anything else in here that's cut weirdly? We won't be able to see the socks because the boots cover the entire thing, so we can look at them here. They do have a design, and they look like they're, like, gold-plated. That's weird. Not in a bad way. Ooh, that's a very pretty flower. Very, very detailed, like, high-fidelity flower. Interesting. There is a choker. I have to pay attention to that. And this is separate. Okay, that's interesting, too. I didn't even really clock that, and I should have, because I was looking at this black arm piece. There is, in the game, a glove that looks almost exactly identical to this one, except it doesn't have the extending thing after the fluff that goes right at your forearm there. Like, you have the straight line that has the crosses and stuff, and then it ends with the floof out. There's a glove that is, like, exactly just this, but it ends there, and it doesn't continue with the skin-tight part up till just shy of armpit. I think this is an improvement. I think having that extra piece is nicer. And it does, in this particular outfit, lead right up into this little section, where it will connect to the little puffy outer bit. I prefer this puffy arm section to this one. Even though they kind of are the same in location, this one goes up to the top of the shoulder, and this one stops on the side of the shoulder. I prefer this. I don't like things much that make the tops of the shoulders any higher than they already are. I like it more if they're flat, because I want the shoulders to be kind of low down, because it makes them look a little smaller. The only time I want very big, wide shoulders is when I'm going for very, very aggressive and strong outfits. Things like my gigantification, like martial artist outfits, if I make one. If it's like a hand-to-hand combat, I'd want like a wide back. So stuff like that, I would like to have a little bit more in the shoulder. You have to be careful because you get into like football shoulder guards at some point, and then it just kind of looks silly. But I prefer this type of shoulder piece. And, oh, that we're not going to be able to see this either, so we have to talk about it here. I'm trying to look at this piece here, I think. No, it's this? No. I'm confused as to where... I think this here is her left leg. I know I can't point to it. Yeah. Okay. So... Wait, maybe not okay. It looks like this piece here is here. I don't really understand. It looks like it's a little, like, card holder or something on the side of your leg. And then there's a little... The thing that's attached to the side of this piece, this strap that gets wide, it looks almost like armor. Rather than a thing you'd place something in, this is a really weird piece. Thorn Walker. Let me read it and see if it actually helps me figure out what this is even supposed to be. I like it, but... Story still adrift within the fog. How many of these rumors are true? Have you seen the wandering mad Red Riding Hood? Wait a second, it's literally Red Riding Hood, okay. Have you seen the lingering big dark wolf? Can be bad. That's copyrighted. Bad Wolf is copyrighted. Red Riding Hood isn't. Little known fact, don't worry about it. Don't look it up either, just trust me. Take my word for it. Have you seen the moon quietly shatter, only to be quietly mended? Perhaps the truth only requires a little moonlight. This piece is so interesting. I just don't really understand it. It's also playful, spirited. I guess it's playful because it's the pet. And not because of how serious it is, because it's a pretty serious outfit. Everything else I think we can see pretty well. So we can talk about it in this menu. It was just the stuff that was underneath things we have to talk... Oh, we probably have to talk about the hair, too. Hang on, I messed up. Oh, okay, the hair has, like, nothing going on in the back, so we can see the stuff that matters to talk about. Okay. We're good. We'll talk about the bottom up. Because I want to talk about the cape last, because it's cool. Shoes? Pretty normal. Interesting that the bottom of the heel pokes out. Normally, it's straight down, but it's kind of like in something, as a cap. Kind of like a cane will have the little part stuck to the bottom that you could take on and off. So you can, like, clean it and stuff. Kind of have that for the bottom of your heel. That crazy thing here. I wonder if it's supposed to be... the thing I said was like a card, and the thing that's flattened here if it's supposed to be extra magazines. Maybe? I'm gonna get into the magazine and clip discourse. I actually don't know the difference. I'm one of the people who use them almost interchangeably. And my brain can't comprehend the difference because I don't think it matters. But magazine and clip are the same thing to me. So it's one of those two words is what I'm talking about here. I have had it described to me before, and it's just, it doesn't stick in my head because I'm, like I mentioned, I know like very little about guns. I like them, but it's just not like a huge hobby for me or anything. We do have the open cape stuff here, but I don't think... I'm trying to, like, look in here to see if there's anything in the back I need to talk about. I don't think there's anything super special. There's some type of design here, but it doesn't look like it's anything super, super important. And the back looks like it's mostly open with just, like, a strap that holds up the, like, top and maybe connects to the shoulder piece or something. Not quite sure. And we do know there's a necklace, a choker. It looks like there's a little shiny gemstone in here. But this bottom clip, I think, is the actual coat. The top thing here isn't a clip, that's the choker. Now the hair, it has a little bit of different color on it. You can see here, this like bang hanging down is red. And then as you go down further in the braided hair, it changes into the red. And it's tied at the end. And I believe the ties are part of the hair. They're not. They are? It's just different ties. There is a tie on the hair right there, but it's not the hearts. The hearts are a separate piece. Yeah, and those are the hearts. Petals. It's so nice and calm. Definitely not dangerous at all. So, the cape itself. The big piece. Ridiculous. The straps all over it. It does touch the ground, which is annoying. I don't like that, actually. But I think the rest of it's good enough that I can, like, forgive it. And if I had big heels on, it might actually... If I had insane heels, like Born Flawless or the Invisible Heel or something, it might actually just barely float above the ground, kind of like the right side is. Because these shoes, they do have big heels, but they're not platform heels. So the front of the foot is still fully planted. Now, I still don't really understand what this is. If it's supposed to look like a goggle, I think it is. Because she's a sharpshooter. So, there was that thing a year or two ago where the guy was at the Olympics and everyone loved him because he was shooting a gun, just holding it with, like, some normal glasses, and just, like, he was a chill guy. And everyone else had these big, fancy, mechanical things that they would wear on their face that would help them see better. So maybe that's the idea of these goggles, is this is a, like, very advanced mechanical lens for zooming and, like, determining distances or something. And that you actually do put these on your face. It's a little weird. I'm not exactly sure about the design of that. We also do have, my ears are like smoking. I do like the ears a lot. I don't know why it's called a wolf when it's a behemoth. I don't know the lore. Maybe it was a behemoth who was abandoned, kind of like the one from the 2.1 quest. But instead of us raising it, it was raised by a pack of wolves, because we know the wolves like the behemoths and they're friends. Or at least that the wolves try to eat the dead ones. So maybe they're friends, if you can, like, make your definition loose enough. Because we know that the wolf packs are found surrounded in, like, areas where the behemoths go to die. But, so maybe they're just food for them, but maybe they're friends too. Fire for the theming. Flowers for a lot of the little drawn detail on the hood, but not down here. This is just, like, ornate squiggles, which is cool. I like ornate squiggles. I will never complain about ornate squiggles. I don't think there's any gems in here. It's hard to tell if there's red gems. Maybe there is. Like blocky gems, maybe? It could just be that I'm looking at the red of the cape through a circle. So this is either a hoop or it's a gemstone. It's one of the two. And then we have, like, it's a long cape, and then there's, like, a little cape over it, and that's what goes around the front. And then there's, like, a little hook here. And they have this. Interesting that this here is actually, like, a three-dimensional piece that goes up and ties to that. More things held in the back here. It looks like that's open, and it's held shut with that. It's so cool. Let's read this. In a land far, far away... Did I already read this? I don't think so. In a land far, far away, this ancient fairy tale also wanders. Thorns are walls, mist is a window, and the forest is as mute as a prisoner. Two hunters feast upon the sun and the moon. Until the moonlight shatters, they hunt, and hunt until death. Yeah, this is not very playful. This is aggressive. We need a violent tag or something to add to clothing. This is the violent tag. And you already have the violent color with red. So how are we going to get 4 more colors? I'm gonna do the thing, which is we're going to have a pink, we're going to have not a blue because we have a pink. It's possible there'll be accents to each other. We're going to have a green, we're going to have a purple. Final one is going to be yellow. So yellow, green, purple, and pink with some type of like blue accenting. So we don't need a blue one. That's my guesses. Or the purple will have like light blue accents, and then that'll count as the blue. What's going to be what? Yellow is the second one. Purple's actually the glow up. Green is the final one. And pink is the third. Let's look at glow up. Glow up's the yellow. I said it was the second. The top having less contrast actually is taking away a lot for me, which is good, because if I do pull for this dress, I know to avoid that when I'm dying. Why is it exactly a problem? I'm not sure. Why is it? I don't think the colors themselves are bad. This is a match. This is kind of a match with this, not this. It's the little bit of a darker one. The cape, I think, is okay. It's more, I wouldn't even really call this a yellow. It's so dirty. It's a very dirty, dirty yellow. So it kind of gives me more desert feel that I don't get from the yellow of this at all. So I think this is actually a very usable color in a lot of just normal Ixalan clothes. I think you could throw this on to a lot of Ixalan stuff, and it would just work without dyeing it, which is really cool. I think this is a really, really, really good shade for the color for that. Now, for some reason, we have, like, bright green boots. I think someone should tell you that the rest of the outfit is yellow. And it's not even, like, close to that type of green. Something that I've mentioned I need to try to do more, that I'm really bad about, is it's okay to have one piece of your outfit be a color that nothing else is. If I'm making a set, and I have one piece that is a wrong color, I retroactively go back and change the other ones to match it. I need to not do that. I don't think this works in this set, but it's a reminder to me that this is okay to do, and it can add cool things to an outfit to have one piece that's off of everything else. It's just that I think this green isn't very interesting on the yellow. Like, it's not so poppy, it's catching my eye. It's just kind of, I look at it and go, why is that there? The rest of the boot color is kind of good, too. It's just, like, generic boot color. This is, like, if I walked into a store and I was in the boot aisle of a shoe store, this is the color I think in my mind when I think of boot. So, again, that's useful. So even though I'm not a fan of the yellow, And for some reason, I feel like this top is different. I feel like Nikki's chest looks really big in this. Is it because of how tight her, like, stomach is? I don't get that impression from this one, really. Oh, I think I know what it is. So, look at the actual chest itself. It's all white with clips. Look at this one. It's a dark yellow, and underneath the clip is a light yellow. So it looks like this part of her chest is poking out over top of a yellow underbase. So it looks like it's sticking out further. It's like an optical illusion, and it's making her chest look bigger. And it's also making it a striped pattern instead of a solid pattern. So that's why this stood out to me as not liking it as much, I think. Like I said, the color I don't think is the issue. I do think it's a little bright. If we look at this at night, I might actually like it more. Yeah, I like this way more at night. I think having extra light in the scene makes yellows like this burn out really badly, and you can't see them. I really like this in this color at night. So this is... Well, the irony is you wouldn't want to wear this if you're hunting at night, because it's going to draw all the attention to you. Version mismatch. Did it kick me out of the Sea of Stars? When I leave this, am I alone in the Sea of Stars? I'm going to cry. That's so lonely. I really like this. I think this is a super, super, super nice glow up. And it's because I think the boots are actually really good. I think the cape is spectacular in this color. I think the dress is okay. I might dye a little couple changes here and there. I'm not super interested in the arm piece being this. The blue hair, I like the blue hair. It's not really shouting to me, but some outfits want blue. I'd still just prefer the hair here. I think this is so cool. Wow, I love it so much at night. It's so cool. These colors are so nice in this one. I still think I would want a different color for this, but I know now, I almost clicked that. I hovered over it. I know now I don't want it to be close in color, so I don't know what I would change this to. That would be something I have to sit on for a while. Let's actually read this one, instead of skipping it and waiting till the end. Have you ever seen a rainbow swirling in steam? Have you ever seen lightning take up residence in a crucible? What? In the palm of her hand, miracles leave a trail. In her arms, plants babble their first words. When she smiles, the laboratory bursts into bloom. When she smiles, all fairy tales sprout. Am I in the Sea of Stars still? I am. I'm gonna get kicked out. But... Isaland... Elderwood... Reading that text just now... Where is the house? It's you. Lumira. I haven't been making predictions about Lumira. And I've mentioned I desperately want to spend more time with her. I want events about her. I want a mini-game where I make potions with her and we do more prophecy stuff. She is the current highest potential character that's untapped right now because Twin Moon Kingdom, my entire life is waiting for the Twin Moon Kingdom. Because my two favorite characters in the entire game are Timmy's and Allison. And there are characters that are up there close to them, but they are my favorite characters in the game. So, I clicked it. Oh my goodness. We're not going to read any of this right now, but we will talk about this picture. But I want to say, Lumira has the potential to be third, literally just because she's from Twin Moon Kingdom. They're the cutest beings in existence. This is the picture I saw on the launcher. It was like this angle. It's so crazy that she's literally just pointing a gun at me. Look at those eyes. I think they're less aggressive than Sith, honestly. It's just the darkening, the shadow, that's making them look more aggressive. I think the eyes are, like, cool, but not aggressive eyes. We're going to see if that holds true once I actually examine them up close here. Because I kind of did forget makeup was a thing. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. Right eye is just like almost only under And then the other one is like the scratches. Like they're actually wounds. That's really unique. That's very simplistic. It looks a bit flat. Like it's very, very solid, thick lipstick. So there's no gloss to it, which is good. Because I have a few glossy ones. So having the opposite of that is nice. And it's full mouth, which I love. I always talk about, I don't like lipstick that doesn't fully extend to the edge of your mouth. If you are, like, self-conscious about having a big mouth, I understand doing smaller makeup, but I just think if your makeup doesn't extend to the edge of your mouth, it looks like you have a mouth on a mouth, and I don't like it. Hard to tell exactly what they are, like a yellow or something here. Oh yeah, you can click it and look at this, I forgot. It's still hard to tell. We're going to talk about you in a second. Looks like maybe just sparkly. These look really long. But sparkly is like the main thing. Ooh. More, I guess it's supposed to be fire, because it's called Burning the Poems? I think it's like a ring, and it's like outwardly fire. And then something is in the center. I think. Like a little stick or something. What is this? Oh, does it have embers coming off? Like Born Flawless has the gems coming out? It might have embers on the eyes. If I don't pull on this dress, I am, no matter what, spending 20 to get the eyes. Spending 40 to get this is unlikely. I might, as a chance to gamble for the cape with another try, but I'm getting these eyes literally no matter what. Because eyes are what I care about the most. But let's go back to our stuff here. Yeah, this here made me think of Lumira. I need to remember her name. It's just really, really hard for me. It had to do with the laboratory. Fairy tales. The Crucible made her pop into mind because of using that to, like, craft potions. Miracles being prophecies. So it makes me really want to see Lumira and have minigames with her. Let's see if I'm right about the other colors here. Ooh, okay. I said the green was going to be the fourth one. So far, I'm 2 for 2 on my color guesses, and 0 for 2 on my placements of the colors. Now, here's the kicker. I love this to death. This, I love a lot of pieces. And green is what I assumed would be my second favorite. I thought red would be my favorite and green would be my second favorite. Because this will be very thematically accurate to the dress being a hunting outfit, dressing in green to camo. Immediately, I think I'm not liking this light shade. This doesn't feel green to me. This feels more like a light pink. And it does have that problem that the yellow does. It's not as bad, I think, because this central part isn't as different. Only this part is. Still feels weird, the chest part. So I would want to dye, I think, this white in here to match this, and then the problem would disappear. So because I figured out what the problem is, it's a problem I believe I can fix very easily, unless all of the dye is tied together in one, which is possible. This whole piece might be one dye. But immediately, I'm not a big fan of this cape. I understand having it separated into 2 colors is more useful, but I kind of prefer it being one color. So the opposite of this. I like this dress being different. I like the cape being the same. Now, this shade of blue is one that's very, very common, and you'll see it a lot in royal stuff. A lot of the royal sets have this particular shade of blue. This is, like, maybe my least favorite blue. Blue's my favorite color. This is, like, my least favorite blue. I don't really care for it. So this isn't a very exciting cape to me at all. This is a little more interesting. I think this green goes really well with it. I think, like, the combo looks really nice. This being a little red, this being light pink in my eyes, like a salmon. This part's weird. But I think the colors for this bottom... Did the whole screen just get fuzzy? What was that? I think it was part of the idle animation. That was weird. Maybe my eyes just exploded for a second and I'm going crazy. I'll pay attention to see if it happens again. But I think the colors for this are pretty good. Really, really starry. Are they all starry like that? Probably it's just on white is the issue. I like the hair. It's just, it's not as interesting as this one that fades into the brown. Shoes are pretty nice. I like the shade of the shoe. It's a little darker than this, and it's like a little more purple to black rather than this type of blue. This like dirty blue. I don't know. Not many pieces of this are speaking to me. I like the shoes and the hair, but that's probably the only ones I'm like excited about for this set. Having this cape is useful though because of this. The dye up, not dye up here, the effect up here, red, like light blue or white or light green, it's really hard to tell, and then yellow. That's probably not dyeable. So if I get this cape, and I just dye all of it to like be red, for example, I wouldn't do that obviously, but if you just got this and dyed everything red, you would have a red cape with white effects up here. So having more of these is useful, but not like especially so. Let's see about the colors for number 3. It is the purple, and that was the spot I said purple was, I think. I think, at least. No, I said this would be pink. I said this would be purple. Okay, I'm 3 for 3 for colors, 0 for 3 for position still, I think. My guesses are all off the charts. I'm gonna hit a 50%. Watch it. That's gonna be, what did I say the other one was? White? Did I guess white for one? Maybe? Maybe that'll be white. Okay. I'm a fan. That's a problem. Actually, this being purple was really obvious. I'm really silly. I literally could have just looked at this and made that my guess. Because it's the set used at 230, and 230 pulls is when you unlock the purple. So, in hindsight, that was really, really obvious, and I can use this as like a cheat in 5 stars from now on when I'm making my guesses of colors. I should keep that in mind. If the character is shown, because this happened with the deer set too. The deer was shown in the picture, so I would have known that the deer probably had the 3rd color of whatever the picture was. Immediately, though, I'm excited about this. Make it back to nighttime, because this set is amazing. So we have a lot of the moon symbols on here, which is cool. This one had fire up at the top, and then just the normal stuff down here. This one is still fire, but it's got moons and thorns. I really hope they don't make me pull 230 on this. It would literally destroy my account if I spent 230 pulls, because there's a 0% chance I'm getting back to 180. So if they release a 5-star that I have to have no matter what next patch, and I miss it, I'm gonna cry myself to sleep for a year and a half waiting for a rerun. I think the chest works. So, we have to go back to the conversation again, and I have to adjust it. The reason this chest and this chest don't work for me is because the center is lighter than the actual chest itself. So it makes it look like that part is sticking out, and the center part is lower down, which, like, literally it is, but you know what I mean. Substantially so. In this, it looks like this is sticking out because it's darker, and my brain says dark things are closer to you for reasons I can't exactly comprehend, but it makes it so it's closer to this, where I feel like it's just like a normal sized thing. I also do like the up here. Do any of them have that? No, I really like that. How it's a more obvious cutoff for the skin. So I really like the upper part of this. This being so blended into the rest is okay. Not exactly ideal, though. I think I would prefer it's a little more obvious where it starts and ends. But I like the dark colors, so I don't know what exactly I would change. The cape is so pretty, and the effects on it, the additional effects are so good. I'm so scared that this one's going to look really, really good. I really don't want to double pull another dress. It is actually possible, though. And I have to keep in mind, too, this dress is super turbo not useful. Eatland itself is half over already. And this will never be usable again once you leave Eatland. Battle companions are really finicky. And especially a big one, like the wolf, is also going to be super finicky and cause a lot of problems. So, investing really, really heavily into a battle companion seems weird. The reason I was gung-ho about archery is that it goes everywhere in the game, and will be power-crept eventually, because they'll add like some system that archery is really bad at dealing with, like some type of weird shield where you need a special effect to break it. But, in general, I have like no issues with archery, and its longevity being meaningful. Because even if they try to add, like, a special effect that is really weird, like a monster that takes damage from status effects, and then you need, like, a potion master fighting ability, where you throw potions like a witch in Minecraft, I could probably still beat everything with archery, it's just going to take longer. With this, it just doesn't do anything once 3.0 hits. So the idea of me pulling 2 copies of this to get, like, some insane super turbo cape is rough. It's pretty much a 0% chance I pull 2 copies. 1 copy is likely, though, because I really want the cape, and I think this cape is super useful, even with my desert ideas. If we do ever get to go to a desert, please, please add a separate area like Breezy... Serenity Island, not Breezy Meadow. Serenity Island, but have it be the desert of the Terra Alliance. Maybe where Helantis is from. But... this is really nice. I love all the additional stuff on it. It is, like I mentioned when I was talking about this, it's a little flowing into itself. It's hard to differentiate where pieces start and end. That might be a little, again, because I'm looking at it at night. It's a little better during the day for that. I have less issue with it during the day for that. We have moons here, too. Boots are pretty good. They do have, like, a bit of a gradient on them. Let's see what final color is. I think my guess is white. I actually don't really remember. It was pink was my other guess because I said pink with blue accents. So, I forgot my guess. Retroactively guessed the highlight color of this. Unless you consider this... actually, this is white with pink. I don't know how to consider my guesses. I think technically it's probably right to say I guessed all 4 colors correctly, and I had all 4 of them in the wrong spot. Which is fun. It's a very fun and funny thing. It's rare that I get all 4 colors right, so I'll take that as a big win. I immediately do like this a lot. It's... the feel is very different. You have, like, the plaid almost. The cape... sadly, I think is less interesting than this one. But that's just because I'm biased towards, like, the moon stuff. You do have more flames down here, and we have to check this to see what happens. I'm gonna guess it shortens the cape, and the dress... I think this will, like, unfold and be longer. That's my guess for the dress, because those are the 2 pieces that change. Let's talk about everything before we look at the change, though. Boots are okay. I'm not, like, a huge fan of plaid in general. So, like, this isn't really speaking to me, to be honest. It's just I like the white and the pink. I think it's a good combo here. The chest is pretty good. It doesn't have the weird problem with the multi-colors and stuff. The white hair, it's okay. None of the hair is beating that. It's just, the first hair is so good. Wow, okay. The ears are so cool. They look almost like, what is this crystal I'm thinking of? I have a crystal I'm thinking of right here that's from some, like, cartoon or game. What is it? This reminds me of something, like one-to-one. I just can't think of what it is. Is there like a crystal in Final Fantasy or something? How have I not talked about the ghosts everywhere? There's a million ghosts. Ghost buddies, are you the ones I saw on the login screen in the bottom corner that I said was a favorite sprite? You're kind of like rounded in the head. You might work. You're probably not... Oh, I scared him off. I'm sorry. They're probably not the ghosts of Titans. It'd be weird if Titans are these little blobby boys, but I mean, it'd be cute. I forgot to read the descriptions. She runs through the shifting shadows and dappled light, leaping barefoot over... You're not barefoot. Over brooks and climbing vines by hand. Her racing feet will never rest. Her free heart will know no fear. She belongs not to the past of yesterday, but to every wild, sprawling tomorrow. In that strange frozen wasteland of dreams, she forgot everything. Silver light prickled from her fingertips. Her back arched into a crescent moon. Who am I? Am I still myself? The darkness did not answer, using only a deeper silence to wait for the moonlight to stitch together the silhouette of a wolf. Very cool. She remembers that farewell, when the forest was still like an innocent child, dreaming of berries and fireflies. She is going to a faraway lands. By the time she returns, she will be fully grown. She's going into the distance, and no matter how long it takes, the forest will remember. The forest will remember again, making a comeback. Is the thing for this quest going to be... This is a descendant of a behemoth that has lived in the Misty Forest all this time after the death of the Titans. We're going to kind of stumble upon it and help it defeat grave robbers. And then it's going to go off on its own. Because it's going to, like, think its job is done because it protected the treasure until the end, and the treasure, like, disappears, and that's what the 4 stars about with the gems disappearing. So then it, like, goes off on a journey of, like, self-discovery or something. I didn't mean to click that. Ooh, I like the arms. First time in a while we've had arms I really care about. I should mention these are good, too. These are actually, I think, a little blacker. But both of them are good. So we have the first, the third, and the fourth are really good for these arm pieces. I like that a lot. Like I said, I think the cape is cool. It's just not as cool as this one or the red one. So it's probably my third favorite. The dress itself, I like the colors of it. I don't like this pattern. It'd be, like, nice to have, but it's not really screaming at me. Let's see what the change is. We're gonna look at the front first to see what the dress is like. It is shorter. I thought it wouldn't be shorter because the cape was almost certainly getting shorter. It's not getting longer, let's be serious. Oh my goodness, it literally just cuts the whole bottom piece of the cape. So it just becomes like a shawl. Is a shawl the right term for this? I think it is. That's pretty good. I would use this on everything. It's a little floaty, for sure. I do have to say that. It's pretty floaty. This part here is sticking very, very far away from the arm, which is not good. It's possible part of that is because the shoulders are a little fluffy, and it's holding it up, and if you had thinner arm pieces, it would be tighter to you. But there's a lot of space here, and that's not always a good thing. But I immediately really like that, and it hurts that I can't get this one shortened. That's really painful for me. The dress... It gets shortened by such a small amount that I kind of don't even really understand why it happens. It's... So, you do lose the big back cape, so that's a pretty big change. I like that you can see your straps here a little better, but it's actually like half an inch on the side. It's so tiny of a change. This makes me think it's of the mushroom dress from the I think it was version 1.7 Starlit Shop. That's what this section of the dress, when it's in the tiny mode, is making me think of. So, cape tiny mode, very good. Dress tiny mode, kinda don't understand why it exists. It's just to remove this back piece. So if you want to see your legs a little better, it'll work. But it's not like something to be excited about for me. If I pull on this, I will just go until I get the full thing, and then deal with the problem where I probably pull up to 180 no matter what, because my brain is bad. I love this set. Let's look at the store. Let me just make sure there's nothing new in here. Yes. Same 3 things that are free. Let's go bottom to top again. It's been a while. 77. That is more than I thought. It's 120 per each. Okay. Not reset. Nothing super fancy in here. No. I should... Hold on. This is really stupid, but do they have the cocoons in here? Somewhere? I don't think so, or I passed them. If I pass them, that's good. I was gonna spend some of my stuff just buying the little cocoons, because I don't feel like running around Spira to farm them. They're so hard to farm. We have our money stuff. Oh my goodness. Dokuro-chan's club? I kinda want it. I'm sad I can't get it. The outfit isn't like Dokuro-chan at all, but it's... I was gonna say it's like Panda. I think it's just because of the face I thought that, because the rest isn't really decorated like that. It does have animal print on the side, like a little paw print. Interesting socks. Is this like almost metallic? Or is it just like scraped out? It might just be scraped out. Very cute. This is a very specific style. This matches the bat really well. The rest of the dress I don't think fits the legs, pants, and bat though. This is like, it's not Harley Quinn type outfit, but it's like, I'd expect this bat, these leggings, and these shoes to be something that a girl hanging with Harley Quinn would have. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. The cut-up sleeves are kind of cool, though. I do like those. And it's kind of, faded, almost, like, cobwebby for the stuff around the top, which is... I thought that was actually, like, open butt for a second, and I was about to scream. Like, what are you guys doing? But it's just the color that's close to her skin color for this. That would have been ridiculous. Little animal things here. I do like the... It's not the hair. Hang on. It's part of the hoodie, I think. Like the hat, I mean, not the hoodie. I don't think this is hair. It is possible it is, but we can't see the individual pieces. Oh. You guys have very similar legs here. It's so insanely bright. Even though the contrast is so insanely high and crazy, I think the dress actually works pretty nicely with this. It's so low. It makes me wonder if this is pants, not socks. No, I will not be updating my game, thank you. The blue here feels off to me, but I guess it's because the hair's also got blue. This is a good set. The fact that I can't buy it, even though it's 60, hurts me a lot. It really does. This might be a rerun, I just don't think it is. It's possible to be a rerun. I know this is. This is an old one. This, I'm pretty sure, is an old one. This, I know for sure, is an old one. I think this is new. If it's not, it matches really well with this, so I understand why they're rerun together. Or rerun with the new one. I really like these. In particular, I really like the side of this. It's like my favorite part of all of it. This like stitching. It just kind of reminds me of Timeless Melody stitching. I like the stitching stuff. Oh, we already looked at this one. How'd I get above and... Oh, I started on that one, that's why. Okay, it is new because it's got its own little special thing in here. It's pretty good. I like the eyes on this too. And you're using the makeup from the 5-star, I think. And these are the normal ones. Memory Hall. Oh, it's kind of like one of the really early ones. Flowery Picnic. Never mind, it's right here to show the reference I'm talking about. It's just Flowery Picnic, but a little more friendly to the outdoors. Because this one has a lot of lacing. This one is tougher material. The type of stuff you'd put on like your patio, where it's pretty weather resistant. So, no complaints there. And maybe you get like all this greenery around, because you have this. You get a lot of outer area, and then if you sit on. So I think you sit on this, and then you might get like this, and then up to like here of the grass, maybe? And I don't know if you summon the animals. Probably not. I don't think you summon animals in the other one. So probably not for this one. It is cute, though. These are back. It is a rerun of these. And then the Mood Shop, it's a rerun of these. So it is a rerun shop update, which is good. I need my diamonds. I'm so poor, and I'm going to spend some. This is back. I'm very insanely surprised this was not here at 2.2. Did they forget this existed? Because this is the Linlong event is when this came out. This was 1.2. Fruit aroma plus 160. What? I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna pretend it doesn't matter. 10 times reward. I don't know what that means either, but we don't worry about it. Luminous Bloom is cool. You don't see them much anymore because they were something that was really early in the game, and you might only be able to use them on water. I've gone back and forth on this. I'm like 98% sure this can only be used in close proximity to water. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. Get a little, like, apple. Crimson Shutter. Oh, this one's the apple, not Fruit Trap. It's just that, but opposing the camera, I think. This is, one of the weird face monsters from Dark Souls. I don't remember what they're called, but you're a Dark Souls monster. That's very scary. Please stay away from me. Ooh, that's cool. Get like a Yakuza tattoo. I kind of want that. That hurts. And you save $1 if you get all of them. Wait a second, that just literally is not true. Why does it say original price $7? No, it's not. The original price is $6.98. Someone can't do math. This is free. And for this, we have... Oh! Decoration. I was gonna say this looks like the Tide of Tears handheld orb, but it's huge because it's a decoration. Silver Mist effect thing. Can't see the makeup. Is that an axe? Disguised Sentence. Nikki, are you holding an axe? What is in your hand? You are holding an axe! Oh my goodness, that's aggressive too. This is the Nikki's gonna actually hurt someone patch. She has a gun, she has an axe, she's summoning a wolf and doing like acrobatic shots at people. This is crazy. So my prediction was that everyone would fight in the Coliseum this update. That didn't happen, but Nikki's fighting everyone anyway. She's out for blood. And a bunch of like random rewards. Hazy Silhouette. Oh, I never did, by the way, find out where the top came from. That was, please stop skipping forward. That was, I have to hover over this, I think, to make it not do that. I never figured out where the top was that was used by the snapshot that someone took with, last episode. Where it was the really cute, really thin dancer top that had the sash over the arm. I think it's a random chest in Itzaland, but I need to check the compendium for like 2.0 and find it in there. But this is pretty good. These might be reruns, because they're kind of similar to a couple dresses in the game, but I don't think I recognize this arm piece. It is pretty nice. Wow, that's a good back. It's a little more covered than I like, but it's probably actually a good thing that it's covered because the dress itself doesn't have that much detailing, so it might end up being a little plain, which is hard to say about backs because they're like the prettiest thing in the world. So it's hard to call one plain, but it's probably good that it's covered a little. I can just stick with Born Flawless if I want to see the fully open back. And it looks like this goes here, and it doesn't have a strap up on this side. It just goes over the chest and then straight down into the back piece. And this, oh, that's crazy and like super sexy and cool. It's actually like the top isn't even being held up. It's literally just thrown over her shoulder, and that's what's holding the whole dress up. It's probably the same on this side. Although realistically there's probably like taping here because the physics of this particular section for the underpiece don't make much sense. So she might have taping here, and then you can also have it here just to hold it up. But it gives the impression that it's all held up by gravity on this side. And the outer portion, this like strand that comes down here, is hooked, and that holds up the bottom part of the dress. I think that's how it works. It's a very physics, it's like a fun physics dress. But this piece here is crazy. And again, it does give the feel of like Greek and Roman like gods and stuff. Dressing like this, because that's a common like thing for that. Just ridiculous clothing like this. This is a really fun set. And then we have the other picture we saw. It was these two, I think, in the preview image. The arms are a little plain. I think the material looks thick. And the dress looks really lightweight. The bottom of it looks pretty thick, too. Very, like, constraining because it's tight. But these just look like a very thicker material. Hair, it's pretty fancy. Not my style. Looks like maybe it's got something in it here to hold it. I do prefer this color the most, though. This is really good. It hurts me that I can't get this dress. I love this dress. I'd use this a lot. This we can get, though, because I saw its diamonds. Oh my goodness, it's more ears. We got the Little Bo Peep ears. And wait a second, the rocking chair is part of it. I will happily take a rocking chair. Are you kidding? I've mentioned before, I want to have a room in my house for all the different hobbies. I'm definitely going to have, like, a rocking chair to be for sewing, and it'll probably be in maybe the closet, where I have, like, a big walk-in closet with all my clothes, because I could sew new things in there. Afternoon rocking chair. Mr. Floof. Very nice. That's very good. I wonder what hair that is. I don't think... It might be Timeless Melody? It's hard to tell because she's laying back. It might be Timeless Melody hair. And one more thing. And this is the, like, I think it's... I always say this. I think this is the spend, like, top-up bonus or something? Seasonal colors. We have another picnic basket. Like, sun... shaped hat. I like the floof out for the straight hair. It adds something to it. You're kind of like a daisy. This is just a daisy dress, which is nice. It's cute. Very, very simple. Simple heels, too. Just nice to have. Arms are actually really fancy for this dress. Like, surprisingly fancy. And you have a double, bead necklace, which we talked about earlier. It was one of the Deep Echoes, was a double bead necklace. There's another one right here. I'm telling you, they're common in the game. Is there anything else further down? A second set, perhaps. That's a really, really cool, border. That's a really cool thing, too. Now, what are you? Starfire Carnival. I think I just have to sit here for a minute, and it'll scroll to this eventually. Let's just sit here for like 10 seconds. I'll take a sip of my drink. Maybe it won't... There. Wait. Okay, that's the border. Now, flip again and show me whatever this thing is. Starfire Carnival. Come on, I believe in you. You can do it. Oh, you can see it's actually highlighting going down, so it's the next one. Oh, it's like a little, parade float that you stand on in the center, and it's like a Disney castle. That's kind of cool. And this is the, like, reward shop for this, I think. Something like that. Now, let us... I am still here. There's just no one else with me. I am alone in the sea of stars. Wait a second. What are you doing over there? She probably can't move. I'm probably desynced, and that's where she was when the version update happened. So there's probably people standing still all over the place that just aren't actually here. They're ghosts. There's the tree. Okay, so we opened this earlier. We saw the insane thing here. Ooh, wow, that's cool. Okay, they are fighting for me to say in the survey that they're doing their job on the screens. That's another thing they ask in the survey, is they're like, how good do you think this photo and decoration was for the event page? They really are pushing to get the very satisfied and very good. They're gonna get it when you start doing stuff like this. Look at that. The Danxing Island is probably still the coolest out of everything because you can, like, hover over and see the painted world. But let's look at this first. I normally look at this second. Let's look at it first. Face it, Wild Surge returns. Oh no, I don't remember which one Wild Surge is. The wave of untamed wilderness sweeping across Eastland has never truly settled. Seek out the Stylus group members once defeated and dive together into this reignited frenzy. Is this like to rebattle the Sovereign? Complete the practical challenges with 3 Stylus under the Sovereign of Sexy. Achieve a perfect rating against the Sovereign of Sexy. Okay. So we do have to beat Sovereign, this update. Which is... I've done some of it. We can actually check really quick. How much have I done? I beat these 2, and I haven't touched this one. So I have 1 mini-group, and then the Sovereign and their underlings. I should mention, maybe that top that I love is from the Sovereign of Sexy. We'll have to take a look. Wait a second. Hang on. I saw that. Practical challenge. Path of Practice Level 3. I don't know what that means. We don't worry about that. Here. And here. It's something to do with the Sovereign of Sexy. I don't really understand. I'm not going to click this until I unlock it and understand, or I beat all this and then still don't know what it is. I'll click it. Build on the land 2. We did see that when we logged in. Momo was talking about it. We can build our next thing. Abutata, with a heart full of excitement, wants to invite the scientists to join him in building a better spear, unleash the whim, and carve out a new world. This is... I don't know. Towards greater glory. I haven't even finished upgrading my current base. So I don't know what the next building is going to be. Oh. Forest Invitation. This is the thing. And... the castle as well. So this is the top-up reward. This is land 1. Nothing else here. Okay, we're good to go. Login gifts. And you are the 4-star from the banner. Resonate now. The reason it has a dot is because I haven't watched the video. I'll click it and then exit immediately off camera. I don't like watching the videos because it has, like, area spoilers and enemy spoilers in it sometimes. At least I assume so. I've never watched one because of that. Let's do the new story menu first so we can see the picture. Surprising. We're going to the big gravestone that I knew about. And this is the Momo Beach thing! Change the fate of Momo's life. No longer a weak kitty, he will fight side by side with Nikki. No! He's gonna get the long legs again. The whole point of him getting the long legs was so he could, like, dance with Nikki. Now he wants to fight with Nikki. He's gonna get long legs. Oh my goodness, no. Save me. This is not a permanent quest. Are you kidding? That's crazy. Oh! Tattered up shirt and leggings. We have a couple leggings that are tattered up. We have a couple shirts that are tattered up, but I'll take more. I don't use them much, but I'll take more. Grandma, who lived in the forest, has fallen ill. A pink-haired girl in a red hood must bring her some bread. And then the bad wolf, or what did they call it? I want to see it again. What did they call you? It was in the makeup, wasn't it? Conspicuous red hood, terrifying fangs. I don't remember. Red Riding Hood. The Big Dark Wolf. That's what it was. Mad Red Riding Hood and Big Dark Wolf. The Big Dark Wolf is gonna come get us. And that's the Momo thing. Let's do time to collect first. Oh, Pinecone Encounter. This is very similar to a couple of the little pants we have. The one with the bee on the front, which I've used like 100 times. So I'll take another set like this. These cute semi-overall type outfits. Hard to tell if this is a one piece or not. We can actually just check in here. Where are you? It is a one piece, okay. Not bad. I don't know what this is. There's like a figure 8 here. And it's underneath. So it's not like a bow. I don't really know. This is... I think from the back, it looks like these are more normal pants. And then from the front, it looks more like an apron. Pretty normal shoes and socks. Hat's kind of fun that it has the big, silly leaves around it. The hair is ridiculous. It's extremely ridiculous. But I think it's cute. I don't know. This is a crazy outfit. I'll be happy to have it, though. That was the only thing in time to collect. Fun to Play only has 3. And it's 5 missions with no 2 sections. 27 days for the event. Very happy to see that. Obviously the 5-star here. Momo in his cowboy outfit. This is exciting. It instantly reminds me of the puzzles from the Wishing Woods that I never completed and struggled with immensely because I didn't understand how they worked. And I think I, like, came to some type of conclusion about them that was wrong, and it never got repaired in my mind. So I'm worried that I'm going to have color problems with this. That there's going to be, like, you have to shoot the yellow beam through the yellow portal, and then it turns out it's a green beam, and it flies right through, and I don't realize it, and then I have a misunderstanding about game mechanics and cry for 5 minutes, trying to figure it out, and then figure it out by accident. I'm throwing that out there as a prediction of what's going to happen. I hope, please game, please stop putting anything color-related. I know it's annoying to have to deal with colorblind people when you're designing everything, because everything just looks worse when you don't use yellow and green ever. But please just don't. Or if you are going to use them, don't have color requirements be a part of the puzzle. Because it hurts my brain and hurts me. Misty Forest is full of danger. Strategically place shield mirrors and let the blazing light purify the S-ling. Why does it go both directions? I assume this is the S-ling, probably. And how do I hit this one? Maybe I kill this one and I put another mirror and I, like, double it, maybe? We'll find out. How many levels is it? 8 levels. That's nice. I like to see that there's a lot of them. The 5 missions is really throwing me off. Thorn Fruit. Why do I get just 3 Thorn Fruit? That's the only quest that gives me anything. Okay, never mind. There's Wild Daisies there. 3 Thorn Fruit is such a funny idea. I know behemoths like Thorn Fruit. Break Sinister Thorns. Where is this? Is it a dungeon I've been in? Maybe? Lies point the wrong way, and hypocrisy paves a path in the midair. Dispel the mist and thorns and reach the hidden end. Thorn Hunter. Yeah, I swear there's giant thorns that have always been in the forest over there, so maybe we're finding the origin of them? I don't think I've been in this area. I think it's new. And that's everything. So this is a very, very short event, which is good, because I'm not going to have too many episodes here. 27 is a decent chunk of days, but I have to work on this stuff. I have to beat the Sovereign. I have to get the Dawn Fox. I have to do this Momo mission, which will probably be like 5 minutes. I have a lot I need to do. This is going to be a bit on the rough side. We need to also check our shops. I can't check the home, but I can check... How do I check this? Well, let's make sure there's no new mail stuff. Okay, it's just normal mail stuff. Not the core catalog, sorry. It is... My brain is breaking. How do I get into the Starlit shop? We can go here to get to the home shop.
Encounter between a
and then you exit, and then you go back in, and then you click down here. Okay, this is the home shop now. Cute. We have... Oh my goodness, it's a bathtub. Didn't I go on a tirade last episode about wanting a bathtub? Maybe not. I know I've talked about it like 1,000 times. I need like 3 of these. Let's get 3 of them. I need this. I need this. I'm gonna need like 1,000,000 of these. I'll just buy 5 for now. I'm gonna need some of these. Gonna need that. I'm gonna need a few of you. I know I'm gonna be buying this stuff, by the way, so I'm okay with buying a lot now and wasting all my currency. Even though this stuff will just always be here at more expensive stuff. I don't need too many of these. Because it's just gonna be like my bathroom floor. Some of the other stuff, like the wall, I can use for other bedrooms. That's why I bought a lot of it. I'll take 2 of you. You're kind of fun. A footstool? Sure, just 1. A wash set? I'll actually take 2 of them. This wasn't a sink, right? It's a dressing table. But I can use it as a sink. I only bought 1, right? I'm gonna get another so I can have a his or hers in my bathroom. And pillows. Can I actually put them on my bed? I'd be surprised. I bought everything. My money is gone. You can't blame me, though. That's the best Dreamland store set that we've ever had. Okay. Now I have to figure out how to get to the Starlit shop again. It's one of these buttons. I can't remember. Is it in here? It is in here. Okay. Any new permanents? No. I don't even collect this stuff anymore every day. And I don't do the one where you have to run around the, like, areas around the world because I have so many. We have a little basket. Very cute. Upside-down hat. Long bag. Oh, with no handles. Interesting. Just some pretty generic earrings, but I'll take them. Useful. Same with these. Just useful. We have long skirt. Pretty good design. I like this, too. You're gonna need a really, tight top to show this, though. Because you run into the problem that if it's not tucked in, you're gonna just cover this with most of your tops. So you don't even get to see this cool little accessory here. Or you're gonna have tummy open, and this dress I don't think calls for tummy. Very, very bright red is cool. Some more pants. They look like very, yeah, oh my goodness, they're wide open bottoms. This is like a party girl pants. I'm not a huge fan of these. It's not a style I like much. Version mismatch? Version mismatch? I will not be changing, though. Inventor silly glasses? I'll take it. They're kind of Linlong inspired. Did they have the Linlong tag? I should have paid attention. They might be Linlong inventor glasses. Steps in sync. Oh, amazing. I say it every time. I don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend to play with, so I have no one to do these duo emos with. Bouncy Sweetheart. Okay, this is going to be turbo useful. Ooh, there's like 3 different poses in here that are going to be really nice. This is one of the ones that it's going straight on the favorites because it's got a bunch of different useful animations mixed in. Blow a heart. I have a couple that are kind of like this with blow a kiss. Never mind. It's like a bow and arrow with a heart. Another one that's kind of cool. There's definitely uses I can do with that. You got this. Is it like a thumbs up? I don't... That's so funny. Oh my goodness. I don't think this is going to come through in photos, so I don't think this is exactly a very useful one. This is the most passive-aggressive thing I've ever seen Nikki do in my life. A slow clap into a you got this point that ends instantly. Nikki does not think you got this. This is the most sarcastic she's ever been in any situation ever. I love this. That's so good. Okay. Is there any... That's really weird. This has been blank forever, and they're just like, guys, we can't come up with a thing to put here. What should we do? It's been a year. And they're like, throw Starlit Pursuit there. Honestly, I respect them for doing it. Because this has just been in the event menu the whole time. This is the thing I said I don't even do anymore. Because what am I going to do with this currency? They don't add things to the shop that make it useful. Like, I could use it to buy blings. I'm not going to... What is it? 10,000 blings for 50 of these. If you do all of these, I get 20,000 blings? I could, like, just wait, what, like 30 minutes? And I have enough stamina to get that much. So... I don't think it's worth it. These are fun to do once. If I'm, like, not busy and I see it's one I haven't done before, I've not done this one, I'll go do it just to do it once. But stuff like this, I've done this exact route, like, 30 times since it came out. So I have no desire to do this anymore. This is actually, I say that, this is one of the funnest ones. The balloon bouncing at the Sichia run-through, I think, is kind of, like, iffy. But the bike section is really fun. You get so much speed on it. But anyway. And I should make sure there's nothing new here. There shouldn't be. Has my weeklies reset? No. That's okay. I will do all my dailies after the episode, so I'm not worried about that. I think that is everything. Let's do a very... Wait, let me make sure there's nothing new in the compendium. They didn't, like, change how everything works and boom me. Okay, I'm good. Let's do a very, very quick rundown of the changes. Now, what I do with this is I try to find new content, and I read the big highlighted stuff. I don't read the little stuff, unless it's a thing I think is safe to read. So I'm just going to scroll through this and look... I'm not reading this. I'm hovering over it with my mouse. My eyes are not looking at it. So, I know this is about Momo, so I think this is spoilers, so I'm not reading it. World Quest something? Limited time. Yeah, we saw that it was limited. Time to collect event. I have to scroll. This menu's really bad for grab dragging, so I can't do that. Face It Wild Surge, that's the Sovereign of Sexy stuff. Permanent feature expansion update. Available permanently after the 2.4, the Snail Beauty Salon and Path of Practice will be added to the expansion feature. I don't even know what that is. Snail Beauty Salon. Oh, this is the new thing you build. It's a beauty salon. You get a top, earrings, and some crystals. Path of Practice. Use its Eastland construction to build and open the building. You get some stuff. Training partner system alongside the original construction and management mechanics. Different partners have different attributes, styling, bonus, and management traits. So this is hiring people. We apparently already have someone working in our store because they run the drink bar. We have a kid who works there and mixes drinks. We got a letter from him saying that he loves his job. Recruitment. As well as, we'll recommend chosen part. I'm not going to, like, really read this. Dispatch. Is that, like, sending people out on dailies to collect materials? Practice challenge? I don't know. But I know now that this level 3 thing is a construction thing, which means I have to get it this update because I have to have it at level 3 of the path in order to do the stuff with the Sovereign. Does the Sovereign become a practice partner? Okay, I'm definitely not reading this because it probably just says that right there. Um, what? Excuse me? Permanent feature Momo combat? Momo grows stronger. I'm not reading another word. I stopped right here. This quest makes Momo able to fight? Combat, growth. Okay, I didn't read anything other than those 2 words. There was a 100 somewhere. 100. I saw the 100. I don't know the context of it. That's crazy. Momo's gonna go punch an Essling? I don't know how I feel about that. I hope it's not physical combat. Not for usefulness purposes, but I don't like the idea of Momo being there when a fight happens. He always disappears fully from the world. He, like, teleports out of existence when you are in combat. And I like that. I don't want him to actually be fighting. It is good if he is able to, because there are times when Nikki's in danger that Momo can actually step up and help Nikki in, like, cutscenes and things where there's bad people around. So it's useful for Momo to be able to do it. But I'm a little worried, and the reason I don't want up-close personal combat is because it puts Momo in very, very serious immediate harm. I'd rather Momo be like a caster or something. Like, I don't think Momo has access to Whim at all. And that's a problem, because I think that means Momo has to, like, carry a club and hit someone with it. I don't think Momo can, like, cast Fireball at someone. So I don't know what they're going to do with that. I'm a little worried, and if it's something that's optional, like, that I could, like, turn into Momo as shrinking and fight people, I might not do it much, just because I don't like the idea of Momo getting hurt. But we'll see. We'll see. Limited time resonance. Oh my god, it's actually what I was asking for. By default, when Nikki wears the outerwear, this outfit, hood is up. You can toggle between hood down by accessing the form shift in the feature collection section of the main interface sidebar. Outerwear appearance is saved independently for the base evolved glove versions. Please note when using certain features, such as switching details as Evolution Stage 3, which is the final upgrade where you make it tiny. The outerwear will divert to its default hood up state. If you prefer the hood down state, go back and select form shift again. Receive the Hunting Moonfrost, which is how you get the companion. Okay, here. No, I think that's just the same thing. Use the button to full power. Transform it into a giant form and enter co-hunt state, allowing Nikki to control it directly. Okay, we have to read this. What? So you jump on its back, maybe? Like you do for riding behemoths? Choose that. Unlocking. Okay. Nikki can use her gun to mark an enemy. The wolf follows with a pursuit attack, dealing increased damage to the marked target. This is the thing where it dug underground. The moon hunting wolf can launch Nikki into the air, then follow her aim and slam down onto the target enemy. That's the pressing T. When the moon hunting wolf does a certain amount of damage on its own, Nikki gains gun blossom marks. Using the companion skill consumes all gun blossom marks to restore an equal amount of health. That's cool. A little healing ability. Not very useful, because you have so much health. Unless they make very, very hard boss fights. To be honest, I almost died in the Wanchong Realm, but that's just because I'm stupid. In co-hunt state. Approach the moon hunting wolf and use the button to unleash its full power, transforming it into a giant form and entering co-hunt state, allowing Nikki to control it directly. While in co-hunt state, the moon hunting wolf continuously consumes battle companion energy. When completed, the co-hunt state ends and the wolf returns to its small form. When not in co-hunt state, the battle companion's energy gradually recovers. This is the same as Ice Boldy, so it is that same mechanic. Is region restricted, and yeah, that's fine. And you automatically lower your hood. And there's a toggle to not do that. I love the hood up, so I would probably keep it up. Get the decoration. Get the other stuff. That's the upgraded thing. Rerun of that, rerun of that. The shop stuff. I think this is all the stuff we have looked at. I don't remember the names of them, but I'm, like, trying to, like, skim the shop stuff because I'm not worried about spoilers in this. So I'm trying to skim here to, like, see if it makes sense in my mind of something we looked at earlier. New arrivals, rerun packs. Yeah, it all looks fine. I don't know what this is, but it probably makes sense. Mirror Journey, Dreamland, Mirror Crown. He did not miss it. Starlit Shop, new Revenue Bulletin Board teleport feature. That's nice, kind of. Oh, it's to go to each shop. Okay, that is actually pretty nice. Because you can teleport to the one right next to the cave and get all your money from it, but you can't go to the shop to build. So now you can teleport to the shops. Scheme book. I never figured out how it worked in the first place, so I don't care that they changed it. It's probably better, but I won't even recognize the difference, because I was so bad. I would, like, exit the menu every time anyway. And sure, optimize that. I'm sure it's better. It's just I won't feel a meaningful difference because I never interface with it much. Photography system optimizations. I still haven't made a collage. But now it's better. Area, vertical scrolling, sure. Single mode for duo actions. The duo actions support a single mode that allows stylists to switch between the indicator and recipient action versions. We toggle in the action preview interface. Feature collection action on Momo Camera Social. That's very nice, because I just talked about earlier the fact that I have no one to do it with. Snapshot storage limit increased. Amazing. Okay, 100. Daily upload limit of 50. I don't know who is making 50 in a day, but respect. That's like a bot thing. The like logic in the snapshot album has been improved. Stylists can now like snapshots right from the thumbnail view without opening the full image. My brain can't even comprehend what that means, but sure. Clothing? Oh, it must be for, snapshots with other people. How it's, like, tinier? Maybe you can't like them unless you open them or something. Clothing system. Forest Ripple. Reissued. There's some problem with it. New handhelds for abilities. Some more old dyeable stuff. Ring stacking. That's kind of cool, actually. Certain Momo cloaks get a new dressing animation. He, like, spins differently, probably. Starlight Pursuit thing was added. We saw that. Color lookbook optimizations. I guess we'll open that and take a look in a minute. Glow up material display improved. Interesting. Probably better. Giant meteorite spawn rate optimized. What does optimized mean? The chance of a giant meteorite spawning now increases cumulative for each day without a spawn. For example, if no meteor on a given day, the spawn rate is higher the next day. I had one recently, just a day or two ago. I've had, I think, 5 now. Maybe it's 4, but I only have 2 of the 8 things. I keep getting duplicates. So I want the optimization to be to not get duplicates. They are rare, though. To be fair, having, like, 1 every 2 months is kind of crazy. Animal accessories. Oh, some new accessories. These are so insanely comically expensive to make. So I assume these are also going to be expensive. Snail feed display. I didn't even know there was an icon. I just thought they looked happy. Improved save logic for ability stuff. Cool. Improve the category display in Outfit Compendium. Starting with version 2.4, a second level category has been added to the Outfit Compendium. Tap a primary category to view specific... Well, I guess we'll check that. The rhythm accuracy was bad for that. I'm good. I can pretend it was the game's fault and not my fault that I missed the first note over and over when we did this. And just some random issues. Some of these I probably care about, but I'm not worried about it. There was a couple things we needed to look at. Compendium. 2.4 Compendium. Something about categorization? I'm not clicking this because it's going to have spoilers, probably. I don't know what they mean by that. So... this looks the exact same to me. So maybe they mean at... oh. Like a hiccup there. There was almost a burp. It was like a hiccup, almost burp. Maybe they mean after 2.4. So it'll be... wait a second. I made the mistake again. I look at the 4 and I forget that it's 0, 1, 2, 3. So this one is the new one. So I'm not clicking it. I'm clicking this, but I'm not going to click the stuff on it. I want to see the picture. Wow. That's a really cool picture. I'm glad I clicked it because it's really cool. I'm not going to click these, though, because it's going to show me what all the outfits look like that we'll get as, like, quest rewards and chest rewards. There's probably not any new chests, actually, because it's just going to be the area we've already been. I want to check Heart of Infinity. It's just going to be the new stuff down here, which I will buy right away. Never mind, I have to do the quest. But there's the beauty salon, and there is the path of practice. Because it wasn't in the game until now, it's probably not too bad to get to level 3 to unlock the Sovereign of Sexy stuff. And that's still not here. There's still one more thing they're adding. That's crazy. And there's no new thing up here for the 5-star. Like, you're not going to get upgrades for the 5-star. I still haven't bought this. The shadow cover. Oh my goodness, I could buy this. I've reached bath level 5? Okay, hang on. I didn't realize I already had that unlocked. Where is my son? You get to be green now. Where are you? Ability setup. My son, you're not in my menu anymore. I had to take you out to put the building thing there. Where can he be? Kinda nowhere. Peepa, I'm sorry. Go away for a second. And I need... Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where are you? My son. There you go. You are green now. Your eye isn't swirly. Now you're stitched. There you go. Have fun. You are so aggressive. The horns, I guess, is the match. That's very fun. It will be sad not having my son anymore. I'll still use him for RP purposes, but if I do pull on the outfit, obviously it'll be the big behemoth is the main thing. Can I summon you here? I think I can. I've tried this before and it worked. There. I'm alone in here because I think I'm offline right now, but you'll spend time with me. We'll sit together for the rest of this episode. I'll change out of my previous event outfit and I'll put on this. We can be together in this. My current test outfit. Is there anything else I need to click on? There was something else I was supposed to look at, but I cannot remember right now. Wasn't the store... It was the color lookbook. And then also my snapshots. Okay, I actually remembered. That's a miracle. I have to be careful opening this, actually. It's going to all be the new items, isn't it? Be very careful scrolling this. Ooh, that's really good. I like that, too. I am a turbo like-everything person. People liked this outfit. That's crazy. Giving a like to this is crazy. This is a criminal outfit. That got a lot of likes, too. This one I know everyone loved when I uploaded that. Same with this. People really, really like casual outfits. They're the ones that get the most upvotes in this menu. At least for me, the really casual ones get the most. I don't know. Batch management. It's something about favorites. I never favorited anything. Oh. I haven't been in this menu in a while. Oh, it's Sparkle. Wow, what the heck happened there? Oh. Oh, excited for you. Very, very, good use of this dress. This is a really hard dress to design around, but you end up going with kind of, like the country girl. Like the magical country girl. That's a good design on that. Oh, that's a really fun idea for like a Lin Long pseudo dress as well. See, this is why I need to check my friends' stuff more. They're all so good at making outfits, and I'm not. This is like a Lin Long fairy. I really like this, actually. What is those leggings? Oh, yeah. It's definitely Lin Long. It is Yue Bai's legs. That's crazy. What's your dress? Perfect Moment Jade Peak. It's probably a 4-star that was in the shop or on one of the banners during the Danjing Island. And the other thing we need to check before I forget is my album. Hold on, I have a friend thing. You can see all my, like, random photos here. Don't look at this one. That's a spoiler. This is a spoiler. Don't look at it. Snapshots? And where does it say my max? I guess it doesn't say a max on here. I just have to remember that it's, I think I'm at like 40 something. It doesn't tell me, I think. Little buddy, my brain's fried right now. So I'm having trouble keeping track of what I'm doing. If you can't tell, obviously. I was gonna go to the friends menu. We have a message from Dada, a message from the Society of Observers, a message from Aramida, and a person to add as a friend. 2 people. Wicca Witch 88 and Crow. And oh, sorry. Frankie 99. Luna 99. The fight for level 100 is still going on here. Where are you two? It was Crow, right? Crow I added, and Wicca Witch 88. I think it was you two. Oh, very nice. You pulled on last banner. Very good. Honestly, thank goodness, someone who's not completely blowing me out the water in terms of amount of dresses. I'm at like 48%. So, you're closer. Some of the people on my friends list are like at 100. I heard my bow go off in the background. I don't know what that is. Nikki makes the world go round. Real. Gender fluid lesbian. Real. Love that. We have Wicca Witch. Oh, one of the actual, like, default backgrounds. They're pretty rare to see. This is a good one, though. 60%. Honestly, I'm glad you girls aren't completely destroying me. What is this? I've never seen anyone above 300, I think. You have 1,400 likes. Do you have one that has, like, 1,000? How is this possible? What did you do? That's a banger. A 121. There has to be one that's like an 800 somewhere. Because these are all like 20. I mean, it's a lot. Maybe it is just 50 things that all have like 30 likes average to get you up there. That's crazy. I wonder what you do to get this many likes on them. So I do have, one thing about how I do snapshots is I do events really late compared to normal people, so I do miss out on day one. A lot of the event quests and stuff people run through day one, and because of that, a lot of traffic goes to the area where their snapshot is, so you naturally get, like, I'll notice it, where if I am playing an event late, I'll get, like, a couple likes. If I'm playing it really early, I'll get, like, 5 or 10 likes. Ooh. That's a really good dress. I feel like... I don't think I have this. I think it's, a chest reward that I haven't crafted yet. I think that's what this dress is. Very nice, though. I understand why it's 120. That's insanity, though. You're on the ball with pictures. You're, like, the best picture taker I've ever seen in my life. Frankie and Luna. One of you will hit 100 soon, because I think you've been 99 for a little bit now. I will read all these messages next episode if I remember. Hopefully I remember. Not all of them are important. Probably only Dada's is important, but still. That's hopefully everything. If I forgot anything, I will deal with that when the time comes. I do not have to look up the cape stuff for the banner, because we found out what the answer was inside the menu. I'll probably say it next episode that I found out in the patch notes, just because I did say earlier in the episode, and if someone stopped watching and wanted to know the answer next episode, I'll say it again at the beginning. But we do know the answer now because we just read it. I'm probably pulling. It's going to be 1, and it's probably going to be 180. It's you sleeping, silly, and then you wake yourself up. I love you so much. That's why it's going to hurt to replace you. Even if, like I said, I bring you back out for RP stuff, it's interesting. And I guess I'll get a break from using my archery for everything if I'm summoning the behemoth. Like I said, though, I don't ever fight with it. Because having the battle companions, to be honest, they're just not very useful. They're weaker than me because I'm so strong. But I guess it's fun. Thank you, buddy. But for now, I guess that should be everything. And then next episode will be a pulling episode. And then we'll probably go do the Momo thing as well. Just to see how it goes, because I think it'll be pretty quick. If it has a whole new mechanic, it might be a little on the long side, but we should have time to do that next episode. There probably won't be story stuff for a while. We're going to have like a couple miscellaneous things to do for a couple episodes. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and go.